Hey everybody, let's talk today about heaven on earth and fear. So we're in this state of energy that people are waking more. This year there's going to be a lot more mass awakenings, essentially, of people realizing the truth of what's going on, the truth of how fear has been used to control and hold people back essentially from their authenticity, and that we have the capability to create heaven on earth. And with that comes the work that I do, which is helping people connect to their extraterrestrial beings, their spirit guides, the faeries, the ocean beings, galactics, extraterrestrials, whatever labels you want to use, dragons, unicorns, all that stuff. So I help people connect to those various beings and teach them about how to not have fear of those beings, how to overcome that, sometimes simply through spirit art reading. Doing the spirit art often helps people instantly come over the fear because they look at that and they can feel the love coming through that. Now, as people wake, one of the things that happens is they start delving into the content that's out there, the content especially on the internet. A lot of it is extremely fearful. A lot of it uses fearful headlines and techniques because the point of fear is that fear sells. If I go, my whole thing is like, if I took my stories and I went to Hollywood and I said, I want to make a video or a movie about my stories and about the benevolence of them, they're going to tell me to pound salt. Now, why are they going to do that? Because I don't have fearful stories to tell. I don't have violence in my stories. I don't have fear in my stories. I don't have that stuff for the most part. Mine are loving. The loving aspects of this work do not sell. The fear-based stuff does. So you get documentaries about fear. You get movies about extraterrestrial fear. You get movies about all these scenarios and documentaries about all these scenarios that are fear-based realities. People come to me all the time and ask me about these different situations about, hey, I heard this on this platform and I'm really scared. And my first thing is, okay, well, if you're scared of it, then it's obviously not of a heaven on earth. It's not of the highest good. That's one of the key things to remember, is that if you're consuming content, if you're researching, if you're going through this awakening search period as a searcher, as a seeker is the word they typically use. If you're a seeker and you're looking for this knowledge and you're finding fearful knowledge and you're afraid, first of all, ask yourself, why are you afraid? Why is that triggering fear? What is the reason for that? Because that's something you should heal within you and go back into and figure out, why are those scenarios making you fearful. The other thing is to remember that fearful scenarios are meant to keep you in a frequency of fear. So ask yourself, why is it important to consume that content versus finding the loving content that helps you create a heaven on earth, that helps you align more to your authentic self, that helps you experience the benevolence of the universe, that helps you experience the love of the universe. There's a need for some reason when people wake up to consume this fearful content. And I'm not sure exactly why. My guys are saying it's partially an ego thing, that we delve into it and we just keep consuming it and get curious, and just that vibration sucks us in, pulls us in, so we consume more and more of it. But then we get pulled into these fearful vibrations, which is not heaven on earth. And so a lot of people come to me and they tell me, well, extraterrestrials are evil, or they're abducting people, or they're doing things that are not of the highest good, and all this other stuff, when it's actually the opposite. 9.9999 times out of 10, I don't know why I said it that way, maybe that's for somebody. What I meant to say is 99.99999% of the time, you will find that these beings are actually benevolent, in that a lot of the things that people are experiencing are because of soul contracts, are because of agreements in some way that they've made with them, are typically for their highest good. They're usually doing upgrades, health checks, different things of that nature. And A lot of them are friends and family. They're people they're beings you've had past lives with. They're from the future, from the past. They're friends and family souls that you have experienced and called to you to come help you on this journey. And they have soul contracts to help you. But then when people experience them, they're afraid of them. Why are they afraid of them? They are afraid of them because of the programming society. They're afraid because the movies that come out, the documentaries that come out, because in the books that you might read. Why? Fear sells. Fear sells. So you're programmed into this fearful vibration of just being afraid of it. Well, why are you afraid of it? There's no reason to be afraid of it. Is there something that happened negative to you, that happened negatively? And a lot of people come to me and they go, yeah, I had a negative experience, and they explain it to me. And their extraterrestrial guides are standing there going, they don't understand it. They don't know what actually happened. They're missing pieces of the story. Their fear is controlling the narrative. They're not only missing pieces of the story, their fear is flooding them with that emotion, where if they remove the fear, they would see it in a completely different light, the pieces that they do know, and if they were observational about what was happening. So I work with a lot of clients where it's like, hey, do you truly understand what happened to you? Is this negative experience something that's actually happening? And most of the time it ends up being that no, they just had a lot of fear around it. I'm one of those people. I had a lot of fear around extraterrestrials going up onto ships and being taken up onto ships and that sort of thing. I call them experiences. I don't like the word abductions, because abduction is a fear-based word, an energy of fear. They were experiences. I had a lot of fear in the beginning because I didn't know, I didn't have control. I was like, what's going on? What's happening? What is this? That sort of thing. And then I started understanding it, understanding what was going on, and realizing, oh, there's nothing wrong here. This is actually a beautiful experience, a beautiful thing. And then I started working with more of these beings, working with, the ocean beings, working with inner earth beings, with Sasquatches, with extraterrestrials all over the galaxy, through quantum entanglement, telepathy, astral travel, however you want to describe it, doing all this work, and realizing that the majority of beings out there aren't something to be afraid of. What is to be afraid of is the fear itself. The fear itself is the thing that is controlling, the thing that is holding people back. The fear is what holds people back from embracing their authenticity, embracing their true self. They don't want to have a change in their life. They fear that embracing themselves means they might lose friends and family. They might lose their career. They might lose different aspects of those things. But the truth of it is, if you embrace yourself with love and authenticity, yes, you might lose some of that, but you're not losing it. It was never meant for you. It was never aligned to you. And you end up finding out that embracing yourself, healing yourself, loving yourself is one of the best things you can do. Because then in the end, you start finding people who see you for who you truly are, who love you for who you truly are, who are not toxic, abusive, who do not hold you back, who let you be free, who let you do your own thing and honor whatever it is that you enjoy and do. The fear is what holds you back. Fear programmed into you from society, fear programmed into you by yourself, fear that you just have from experiences that you don't understand. That all holds you back. We're here to create heaven on earth. Creating heaven on earth means embracing love. And so if you're consumed by fear, start asking yourself why. Why are you consumed by fear? And start shifting your consumption habits to loving topics, to loving vibrations, to healing vibrations, to things that are going to help you on your journey. And stay away from the things that bring you down, the things that create more and more fear. That's the thing. We're creating heaven on earth. We create it through love, through our experience. We create it. You can choose to create a fearful version of your reality and experience, or choose to have a loving version of reality and your experience. But that's all your choice, all your creation. So I hope that helps some of you out there. Feel free to ask questions in the comments. Love you all.